so he's hearing this.
Oh, all right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
I like that. That's awesome.
Well, good
So
luck.
cool. Well, thank you guys.
All right.
All right.
I hope you
Have a
guys
good
can
one.
get the hell out of Utah.
Yeah, good
Me
luck.
too. Thank you.
Good luck.
Take
All
care.
right. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Notice, oh
No.
god,
Sorry.
notice how Austin never mentioned Oregon even once. Yeah, how about you ride or die for your state, bitch?
No, I just like it because I was born here. But look, I wouldn't recommend somebody come to Oregon. Fuck that. You could go to a much better state. Like
Exactly. California.
Washington State has no income tax.
Why is income tax your main consideration, Austin? Stop. California is beautiful, and it has all the mountains and everything you want. Okay. All right. Let's move on to our next victim.
Next victim is Ellie. He, him. You're on air.
Hi, Ellie. You're on the Hasanabi broadcast.
It's Eli.
Oh,
Sorry, I was thinking about my cat.
God damn it.
You're good.
Hello, Eli.
Did you want me to do this before or after the 60-second ad break?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, my God. I've developed a community of fucking debaters, a community full of deceptive people, okay? Yeah, here's the ad break now, okay? God damn it. Fuck. Okay, if you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime or by getting gifted a sub. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Suck the life force out of me directly.
He's looking out.
Eli does not want to be stopped in the middle of his.
No, I just.
know.
All right, well, let's go. Let's do it. You got me. You fucking got me, okay?
All right.
Eli, is there any way to maybe up your volume? Because I cranked you out, but you're still a little low. Don't put it up too high though.
Let me check my Discord settings. Is that any better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
I'm going to ban the emote for the record because you guys don't know how to use it responsibly. You deserve it. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's move on. What seems to be the problem, Eli?
So let me try to give you cliff notes. Essentially, I'm seeing my ex for the first time in 5 years tomorrow for a concert.
Why?
And there are still
Are they performing?
no, they're not performing. Their pronouns are they them, by the way, which I'm still getting used to. But we're seeing each other. We both like the band. I invited them to go see this band because they happen to be playing locally. And I just wanted to know if it's worth pursuing feelings that I still have for them.
Oh my God.
We haven't spoken we haven't seen each other in 5 years. We reconnected about a year ago. 4 years we weren't speaking. But when we did reconnect, I realized I still have feelings for them, like want to spend the rest of my life with them type feelings.
I feel like the number one
But
question
I
would
don't know if
be.
they're reciprocated.
Why'd you guys break up?
There we go. Yeah.
It was kind of a petty thing that I immediately regretted after we broke up.
So you did it.
And I tried to mend things, but the decision had already been made. And they weren't willing to reconcile.
Would you mind sharing what it was in particular?
I can. It's kind of
You don't have to. But
Yeah,
we're just trying to get the full context here.
Yeah, so we were living together. We had been living together pretty much from the time we started dating. We were only together about 5-6 months. So did the whole domestic thing, which I feel kind of makes it longer. It's like it kind of adds time on to the relationship, if that makes sense.
How long were you guys you were dating for 5 months and then you started living with one another?
We started living together pretty much from day one.
And you dated for only 5 months?
5 to 6, yeah.
4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
5 years ago at this point.
5 years ago, you dated for 5 to 6 months and you lived together. Okay, go on.
Okay. So the reason we broke up is I dropped out of college. I moved back home. They were living with me while I was living back at home. And there came a point where something happened and our water heater broke, and I guess we weren't taking showers because of the hot water. They hadn't taken a shower for 3 days, and they wanted to get intimate, and I kind of got grossed out. And I mean, I kind of somehow initiated the breakup at that point.
Okay. That's what
I told you it was petty. It was stupid, and I immediately regretted
No,
it.
this is a real problem in anarchist communes. Okay, many anarchists have these exact same qualms on a daily basis. Okay, listen. So that's wild, but not for the reasons that I think you think I'm gonna say is wild. So this was a 5 to 6 month relationship. Broken up over, as you correctly admitted, something super petty, but also it's kind of like it's so marginal that them going along with the breakup and you know continuing on with the breakup for 5 years kind of makes it seem as though, you know, I don't know if there's any. I mean, that's a whole new person. You know what I mean? I mean, it seems like they came out after you guys were in a relationship. Like,
Yeah,
even.
yeah,
It's
and
literally
I
a whole
realized
new person.
that we're both different people at this point. But I don't know. I mean, we're different people mentally. I think I've at that point,
Austin has to
I
leave
was-
because he's reading chat and sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. No, I was still very depressed at that point. I wasn't doing anything about it. But from between that point and now, I've seen a therapist. I went on medicine for a bit, and I think I'm definitely in a better place mentally. I'm making moves towards a long-term career. They're also doing that, I think, or at least they're doing something that they are passionate about. So I think we're both in better places individually. So I don't know if it's, it was maybe wrong time, right person, wrong time, or what.
Do you feel like you've gotten to the bottom of the part of you that wanted to break things off for that petty reason?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like you've identified the emotion that you felt that made you just want to just act out, which you said that you kind of immediately regretted? Have you identified that, like the emotion that you were feeling that made you just want to end it over something petty like that?
Not really. I think I was just really grossed out by it.
So, I mean, my advice would be to...
No, but sorry.
Yeah,
Before you say
no,
anything,
please.
being really grossed out is one thing. Being really grossed out, but then like ending a relationship over it is entirely separate. And I think you're misunderstanding Anthony's point here, and he's too kind to point it out. Okay, he's saying like, yeah, we get it. Like you broke up over something like silly, but you broke up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there has to be some additional underlying reason as to why it got to that level. And is that something you identified?
Yeah, I think also maybe I thought that they saw me as an escape from their own issues, like with their family and stuff. So like they always wanted me to rescue them from like family situations, and it was just one thing on top of the other.
So was this basically your out
that was
of the relationship? You had been wanting an out and you found it?
I think so.
Well, that
think
makes
so.
more sense.
Yeah.
Do you also maybe think that like there's some underlying insecurities there that you thought like that they were only in a relationship with you to use it as an escape hatch? That's something that you could potentially examine as well within yourself.
I think there were insecurities on both sides. You know, them using me as an escape, and me not, um, me not thinking that they. I don't know how I would want to phrase it, but me not thinking that I am good enough to be with them at the same time.
Did you think that they would want? Did you think that they would fight back? Like, they would fight for you, or the
I
relationship?
think I did. Yeah, because there was an intensity, like I don't want to say love bombing, but like the you know, the feelings that come with love bombing. It was kind of like equal levels of that from both sides. So we talked about marriage and kids at it's a short relationship, but we talked about those things. So it felt like it was going to be long term.
You kind of wanted them to fight for you in that moment when you
Yes.
started to break things off, right?
Yeah.
And that was due to
But
personal.
then it didn't
insecurities.
happen, and there's a reason why it didn't happen, though. You know what I mean? But ultimately, it literally doesn't matter because you're both different people, right? I mean, 5 years is impossible to maintain. It's impossible to be the same person 5 years down the line. So, we don't even know if they're interested in you in that regard. So let's explore that a little bit further.
Yeah, have you guys had any conversations leading up to this? Is it being called a date, or like how is this hangout going? Or been
I refrained from calling it a date because I didn't say, "Hey, I want to take you out to this concert that, you know, of this band that we both like." It was just, "Hey, do you want to go see this band?"
And-
Go ahead.
what conversations had led up to that point?
That's the thing, is we don't have deep, like, in-length conversations very often. They're doing their own thing, both with work, and they're going to cosmetology school, so they're busy a lot.
So how do you know that you are still attracted to them? Is it the idea of them from 5 years ago that you're attracted to?
It may be partly that, but also when we initially reconnected, the conversations were a lot lengthier. And, you know, we reminisced about the relationship, the good parts and all that. And then I guess just talking to them and their personality, and it's, you know, just...
It sounds like a lot of these things are reminders of the person that you once knew, right? Because it sounds like you haven't developed any kind of close relationship with them in the present.
And I think nostalgia is a big factor in this as well. You're daydreaming a little bit about like what the relationship you used to have and what you could have once again. Have you dated anyone since then?
I have, but nobody that, you know, elicited those same feelings.
Do you tend to do the love bombing, like very passionate, very quickly thing in most relationships, or was it just with this person?
Just that person.
I mean, if I were to give any advice, it would be to take things very slowly, assume that they're not going to be romantic, and get to know this person again, because like Hasan's been saying, they are an entirely different person in 5 years. I know people don't like to look at it this way, but people change entirely, you know, in that time span. So consider it platonic until it's not. But just take it real
that was
slow.
going to be my approach anyway.
But can you is the real question, and you need to be very honest with yourself with this, okay? Even if you're not honest with us, can you even consider this platonic? Because if that's because like it doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't seem like you're capable of viewing this as just a simple friendship, considering that like you started off by being like, "Yo, I like this person. I want to get back to where we were at." For a 5-month relationship that we were in 5 years ago. And that's a little wild. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's a little wild. So if you're not capable of seeing this person platonically, I would suggest not even doing this until you have a better grip on whether or not they are into you in a similar capacity. Because if not, it's going to only hurt you much worse down the line if it's one-sided.
And that was going to be my approach, is just platonically, we're just going to go see this band, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to enjoy the night, with conversation, the music, etc. But I mean, if there is something and they initiate something, is it worth going after, or should I say, hey,
That's not a good way to initiate, though. If you want to spare your feelings, if you want to, hi Fiona, sorry, Fiona brought my lacrosse ball to me. If you do you understand what I'm saying? Because like, it doesn't seem like you have any assurances whatsoever that like, or even any evidence whatsoever as to whether or not they are interested in you in that kind of regard. It is odd, obviously. Like, it's weird that like they're talking to you, even considering that you guys were in a relationship 5 years ago for 5 months. So obviously that could be mutual, but there's no assurances, especially if you guys are not having like super long conversations with one another. So I would test the water. Why can't I talk? I would test the waters a little bit further before initiating physical contact, even if it's in a platonic capacity.
Especially if you're saying stuff like,
if this clears things up at all, when we first reconnected, they were sending like half-naked pictures and stuff, and
that's definitely.
Oh, I sent you this video of me singing in the shower. Oh, accidentally, there's a nipple.
Well, that's important context.
Okay.
Well, there's a nipple.
Okay.
Damn. All right, that changes.
That's a little
That
different.
helps.
Yeah.
Brother, that changes the dynamic dramatically, Eli.
That's what I'm saying is I don't
Yeah.
know how to read
didn't
the
know that.
situation. But
Well, I mean, you got the physical thing is there. I think if you're just casually singing in the shower and oops, there's a nipple. I think.
Why the fuck
There-
would they send you a shower singing compilation? Okay,
Is she-
that
is
is
she
literally,
even
that's
there?
just like, they are trying to be like, yo, this is what you missed out on. You want to see this they them pussy? You got to come get it. Okay.
But then they were like, oh, I didn't mean to. Like, yes, you've seen me naked, but you didn't have consent to see me naked, or I didn't have your consent to send you this in this context. So I don't know.
I mean, it could be that could be a
what
couple
kinda
things.
game
It
they're
could be
playing.
flirting, and then
Are they an anarchist?
I don't know what their political leanings are. I would say left leaning.
Well, I don't think you're getting any right gun tooting conservatives with.
No, I know. This is very specific. I don't know. This is a specific grievance I have. Okay.
Well, they could also be saying, like you said, this is what you missed out on. It could be a.
I mean, who the fuck? Okay. Oh, oopsie!
they're
I didn't
also
have your
they're
consent to
also
send you
very,
this.
like-
Like, that sounds like someone who's brain broken by Tumblr. Okay. Sorry. I know people are gonna get really mad at me for even saying this, but okay. Look, listen. It's just okay. Why did you hide that? You buried the lead on that, Eli. What the fuck?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Eli,
if
have you reciprocated and send you singing in the shower with a little nipple?
Unlike them, I am not as confident in my body. So no.
Okay.
Bro, get after it, you dog. What do you
I
mean?
I don't really send things like that anyway.
No.
Fair
Get
enough.
after it. Get after it. No. Definitely go to the concert. Are you fucking kidding me?
sure.
I mean, I don't know. Are they mischievous? Are they a demon? Is it demon time for real? Because like, or are they trying to like fuck with you to be like, this is what you missed out on, bitch? Or is it
I have
like,
no clue.
are they a demon?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Is I don't know how to read the situation.
Hey,
I don't
by the
know.
Why
way,
don't you
dude,
try
this
asking?
I mean,
Go ahead,
it's
go ahead,
pretty
Mykie.
obvious. There's no reading into it when someone sends you a titty. Like it's, you know what I mean? Unless they're like one of those sex bots. Like, oh, come click this link for more detail on pussy. I'm so horny. Unless they're doing that, then it's pretty obvious what's going on there.
I'm gonna be honest. I think you're overthinking it a little bit, and but at the same time, you still have to respect their boundaries, and you can't assume anything. Still, a nipple in the shower isn't consent, so you still got to go through the process. But I think your chances are definitely good.
Yeah. No,
That's fair.
I mean, a chatter actually pointed something out that's interesting. They might have just been bragging that they shower now. That's true. You know, maybe they're like, yeah, look at this. I shower all the time. I even sing in the shower. Oops, a nipple. That's crazy.
Look what you missed out on.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
That's a good point.
Eli, you're okay. I don't know if that was well received. He's being quiet, but Eli,
Sorry, I'm absorbing the information.
Eli, you're in a good position.
The feedback.
yeah, you're in a way better position than I thought. That's why we're messing around with you.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, lovesick, simp, delusional, obsessive originally. No, you're it's understandable why you are in this position now. Now that this person has like thrown all of these like very clear signs towards you.
Now, are they just shower singing, or is there like other like deliberate pictures? Because the shower one's a little passive. Oops, a nipple.
That's
but is
not
there like
passive, Austin. Don't say it's passive. It's not passive.
what? I've had guys send me after workout shirtless pictures.
It's not
and I'm like,
passive.
I'm not sure.
None of
What?
that is
I'm not
passive.
sure what that means. Maybe they want to show me their progress.
Eli, King, they're throwing a bait your way, okay? 100%. But why is the conversation after the titty? Why is the conversation not reciprocal or long, or why do you have fears that this is not reciprocated?
I guess I'm overthinking that if I read into it and it's not what I think it is, I could lose this person.
You could lose this person for good. I mean, what do you
good.
mean? It's either there or it's not, and it seems like it's there. Why?
This person, they're very.
What?
I don't want to say free spirited because that's very cliche, but it fits the bill. They're very free sexually, and they were very free sexually before we met.
You could just say anarchist, honestly, at this point.
So they have been with more people, and I feel that was probably part of the insecurity when we were together, is that they had been with more people than I have. So I don't know if that's just part of their personality. They're just very confident in themselves, their body, and that's just a dynamic that they think they have with their friends, and I'm just one of those friends. And if I read into it and it makes things awkward with us, then
So,
Hasan?
I understand where you're coming from, but it also feels like you have not actually. You're finally opening up, and you're finally explaining to us what the underlying insecurities were, and it doesn't seem like you've addressed them. If we're being real, but ultimately you are overthinking it. What you should be doing is keeping it cool, keeping it chill. Don't be overbearing. Don't over communicate. Mykie is correct. Just ask what what they're looking for. That's one way of doing it. Maybe it might be a little too aggressive. I don't think it's as bad to go and be around them. But also remember that like if they're free spirited and you do end up hooking up with them, like what if they don't want a more serious thing with you and you know
Son, now you're confused. Well,
No, that is a very real and valid concern. They might want to be with you, but maybe not like be your they friend. I don't know what the fuck the term would be in that situation. I'm sorry. Your partner.
they're the ones that brought up, or they are the one that brought up marriage when we were together. It wasn't a conversation initiated by me.
6 months in?
Maybe a couple months in. Maybe.
Oh, well, I mean, look, it's up to you with what you're comfortable with, right? If that's not too soon.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago. That doesn't mean shit now. I'm
That was
gonna
5
keep
years
it
ago.
real.
How old are you guys now?
I'm 31. They are 26.
Okay. You're kind of in this spot where you don't there's two scenarios here. One, she doesn't feel the same way, and 2, she does feel the same way, and you've got to figure that out. You said you're afraid of losing her forever, but you're never going to know unless you go on that date and you pursue this anymore. The action is you must go pursue and figure it out. You know what I mean? That's the option. That's what you must do. Isn't there something for this? There's like a
What?
It's like a common it's like the box, the box and the oh, whatever.
What?
It's the cat, the Schrodinger's cat.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
That's what this is, right?
That was
Yeah.
that was beautiful, Austin.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what Austin's saying,
You know what I'm saying?
even if nobody else does.
You want us to give you the answer, but we don't have the answer.
Yeah.
They have the answer.
Also, you're afraid of losing them forever when you didn't have them for 5 years. It seems like
Yeah, you don't have them right now.
right.
Remember that.
Yeah, it seems like it might make sense to just go in with no expectations, take it slow, and just see where it goes. And that's really all you can do.
The only reason why I was trying to be apprehensive in this originally is because like you want to spare your feelings, right? You don't want to be hurt unnecessarily. But you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for literally all of the worst case scenarios and walk through them and figure out if you could legitimately be fine. Like even if you go to the concert and they hook up with someone else, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy, but like how would you feel? If that is something that if you're potential to get back with this person, God, I've been watching too much Nathan Fielder. If your potential of like getting back with this person overrides that, I mean, I don't know. I think that it's worth it, but like I said, you just have to remember that like you have to stress to yourself, and this will be healthy, that like this person is not the same person. They are not your girlfriend. They are just interested platonically in you for the time being. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And if you really go in there without any expectation whatsoever and you're willing to just take it wherever it goes, I don't think that you'll get your feelings hurt if you go in with that mindset.
And then if a titty pops out, a titty pops out.
There we go.
Yeah. So what I'm suggesting is you need to rebuild the exact concert venue in a garage somewhere. Okay? And you need to hire actors that then go and present themselves as, I don't know, something within their line of interest so that they can get more information about this person. And then they can basically recreate the exact same dynamic from every single angle, okay? Including the potential that I just mentioned.
Solid advice.
That way, you will be well equipped to deal with the... that way, you will be able to... you'll be well equipped to deal with the matter at hand.
I think.
You see what he's
I don't
getting
know.
at?
I don't know about hiring actors. I think
I'm
that's
making
little out of my
I was making a Nathan Fielder rehearsal joke. I'm sorry. Okay, look. It's all jokes aside, this is a cool and scary, but ultimately quite fortuitous potentially situation that you're in. You just have to look out for yourself though, and make sure that you go into this with no expectations. If you can't do that, if you truly feel like you can't do that, it doesn't hurt to just hold back on the concert and maybe, continue talking to this person for a while until you have a little bit better of an understanding of where they're coming from. And then you can initiate some kind of physical contact.
I think that makes sense. I think that absolutely makes sense. And I think that's what I'll do.
All right. Perfect.
I'm getting the wrap it up from.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on. This was wonderful. I hope you got some advice from us. We were fucking around a little bit, but
Thank you, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
Thanks, guys.
And ciao.
a day them thussy, no joke.
Fussy?
Thussy.
So, gonna be honest with you, Hasan. You know how you said like be honest with yourself. I don't even know if I think humans are so incapable of being honest with themselves in these sorts of
I
situations.
don't know. I guess I'm fucking built differently, dude. I have like I think I weaponize my own anxieties in a situation like that and analyze every avenue before I act.
But, like we will do everything. The mental gymnastics we will do to convince ourselves that
Oh,
we
you're
are.
friends.
We're just friends. It's okay.
No, that's
Trust
why.
me,
No, that's why
I know.
friends can be.
I know. You know me, Hasan.
Yes.
You know me.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
I know.
And you know I'm incapable. I will lie to myself.
What's up? You want to? Is this Chadvice, Austin? Next up, Austin
no.
show.
You're
Let's
lying.
do it.
You
Let's-
saying that you're incapable is another lie to
He would
yourself.
never. He would never do this. He would never like do
Oh
like
no,
a
I'm
legit
too, I'm
chat.
too private.
Yeah.
I'm too private.
No
Who's
shot.
telling
Let's
you
go.
that you're incapable? Is it just you? Because you have full control
Yeah, Austin.
over
It's
your
me.
own thoughts.
I know, but I love hot men. It's just very difficult.
He does.
It's very difficult. If the men are hot, it's just like I will do many mental gymnastics. I will do backflips in my mind.
He is very horny. This is true.
Hey, I get it, man.
I mean, Hasan is more horny than I am.
That's
He's
not
just
true.
high.
Is that true?
It's literally false.
Oh,
He's just
yeah.
slandering me now.
Are we going to debate here?
I have
look,
I've literally never gotten into multiple car accidents almost because there were hot girls around
Multiple.
when I was driving.
How many times have you almost gotten into a car accident because there were hot men
I'm
around?
Just with me in the car, I can tell you with the limited experience I have, I can tell you that it was at least 4.
Oh shit.